Vart mill Give sauru Gien mandish gien Sisson sa oi usei Bayet jas kumakure Baharik aldaura mei Lila kinne jednosej Inti diamant No Mediterranean.
Since our inception way back in 1999, we have harped a lot to the government that Gozo should be treated as a distinct destination. And verbally, as the government is saying in every budget speech, we hear that Gozo should be marketed as a distinct destination. But when we come to practice, we are seeing that no, the distinct visit .com, and it doesn't say visit gozo.com. So yes, we have a lot of talk about distinctiveness, but when we come to reality, we find ourselves on our own with regards to promotion. So we are insisting with everybody that the role of Gozo Tourism Association, from the promotion, we should move it to a more something which is more legal framed. We are the tourism authority. It doesn't mean that this association is going to be part of this authority. No, we stand apart and we are still the Gozo Tourism Association. But we want to see a Gozo Tourism Authority happening in Gozo, having its own financial resources, its own human resources, so that the occupancy rate that Paul mentioned earlier, we improve. I mean, we are an association gathering 155 members. All of them have made their investment in this industry, and it's a shame. The hotels we have on the island, the farmhouses we have on the island, and the other investments are yielding only 35% occupancy, and we are depending totally now on the domestic market.
الدبراني تاكليا الحراش والنوبلا النفارة وتاقلموس والكاستل تنكولا.
As Greens, our aim is make optimal use of resources to improve quality of life. If you don't do that, for us it's not progress. If you build Manhattan instead of Victoria, for us it's not progress. Some people may think so. I'm very happy you consider that one of the main assets, the principal asset of Gozo is its and create you either enhance it or you want to expand it. So often had criticism that we want to as a sort of crib, you know, in some time warp, which is the rural character, its history. You are not Disney World here, you want to also limitations. None of us are still growing, so we can realize that what we want to keep to think of Gozo not as a collection of businesses, but as one project. And I'm very glad to hear that statistically half of the occupants are in apartments and farmhouses. We think it's a tourist complex. And that doesn't do it. It's okay. If you can organize and if you market it, you need another hotel. You have it already. If you use the infrastructure, having vacant property in villages, whatever. The mentioned communication. Let's start with Gozo. The bus system. I don't remember the last time I Gozo. I picked up on them after the first few experiences about 30 or 40 years ago. For me, and it's not a bit. What has to be done? We have a whole collection of ideas, eccentric to people. If you want to think out of the box, you can use them actually as a tourist attraction. Gozo is so small that you can use Gozo as an urban mobility experiment and have it advertised, not for Gigantia, not for the peace and quiet, but for the fact that Gozo achieved this. You've heard of Jersey, where people have very different ways of getting around. You can have time-shared cars or cars which you use and abandon more or less. These are things which can be done in Gozo, and not only for tourists, but for the whole population, if you want. In big cities such as Tokyo, they've had experiments where you dial up a car. The mobile will tell you where the next vacant car is. You'll go there, you will punch in your code, drive off, drop it off somewhere, and put it up. These are the sort of things that you can have featured in magazines across Europe as this new island trying new things.
We have sold the idea to the authorities and the Bus Owners Association about a bus called Gozo Discovery Bus. It will be a different bus, a painted different bus, circular visiting places of interest, but it can pick up also the local. But again, I mean, it wasn't taken over by...
There are compressed air buses without zero emission vehicles. This sounds like something science fiction until it is established everywhere before we get it. But why shouldn't we have it first and use it as a feature so that people hear about us?